Hello and welcome to, well, you already know. Anyway, so we're doing something a little different. I haven't been awake long because I've been at work, which knackered me out, so I fell asleep for a very long time. In fact, it was daylight when I fell asleep, and now it's dark. And today we've been playing with Nixie tubes in the little time I've been up, so I've been mostly doing it in the days ahead. So what's going on here, other than a rat's nest of cabling that looks like I've been breeding things? And with the composite vacuum tubes and Nixies, well, there's certainly a sexual innuendo to them. Obviously designed by men. We love our sexual innuendos. Now, what am I doing here? I'm driving Nixie tubes, or Nixie tube at the moment. I haven't done any more than one. So what I'm going to do is power this beast up, explain what I'm doing here, and from there. I've also been doing this so much I've managed to kill the battery on my meter almost, which is a bit whack because batteries are expensive. Anyway, here goes. Let's get the beast powered up. Try not to electrocute myself. Oh, bloody hell, it's not charging, you stupid cock. There we go. Battery is about 100 odd volts. Switch that off. And you get the idea. So we're running. Question is, what's cooler? Nixie tubes or VFDs between the numerical display technologies? I can't make my mind up, but either way they're both cool. Anyway, to the circuit, before I bore you all to death with my rambling. Because that's me! Now then. So what we've got is disposable camera flash. Yes, there are shops out there who are kind. And you know what I did? I explained what I was doing. So give it a go when you want some high voltage inverters. Standard camera supplies, well, they're limited in quantity and you do find yourself scavenging from perfectly good cameras. This one I managed to blow up by linking the tiny input line to charge it with the big ass capacitor, which goes above 270 volts, which is what it's rated at. I don't think it would stop charging, to be honest. So that's that. You gotta be careful. And there was a loud bang and it wouldn't charge or flash after that. So I just left it to discharge on the Nixie tube and scavenged round. But thankfully a camera shop decided to be kind and donate them. Some of you may ask, what's this? This is my attempt to build one of these. And because of my lack of knowledge in inverter circuits, well, I failed. I do eventually want to learn it, but if you ask me about inverter circuits, I'll just refer you to camera flash units. But standard little camera flash units from old film cameras are pretty plentiful. I guarantee you can find some old film cameras you do not use and they just live abandoned in a drawer. And if they're being thrown out, definitely salvage the parts. Really, in disposable cameras, all I found of use was these and the lens boards. There's not much else to get excited about. So what I've done here is I've basically connected the Nixie tube in parallel to the big ass capacitor. the vicious little bastard who'll zap you. So that goes in parallel to here where it goes into the breadboard. Now I'm not going to be touching any of these circuits as it's rather live. I've been zapped by one of these things before and it bloody hurts. So, what we've got here is it's going through about 400 kiloohm variable resistor, if I remember correctly. I read somewhere on the internet you want to keep it 200 kiloohm, but I just went with the highest one I could find in my parts bin, and I linked that in series with the anode of the Nixie tube, and of course paralleled on my meter so I can see the voltage and know when it's safe to touch. This first camera I opened, I got pelted. So this is probably my first real success for a while in electronics, because lately I've just been blowing things up, like a VFD watch clock. No, clock. Bloody hell, what the hell's happened to my speech? I think I'm still suffering from Tesco's tiredness. Clock driver chip for a VFD tube from my old oven. Blew it up. Loud bang, also blew up stuff in the power supply. Great, nice long fix. Just what you want. I like things to stay working, but when you blow them up yourself, there's not much you can do. Also for electronics, I am going to mention this, not for the games, there's not much point. Check out my website. Please. Give it a look. I mean, now it's more on Google. Actually knows about it. I do get visits. But it would be nice to get higher numbers. So I ask with all the greatest niceness. I'm afraid I can't give you anything because, well, do I really need to state why? I mean, my stuff is sourced from scrap. I'm not exactly rich. And I am a bit of a bargain hunter, or as some might say, stingy. But that's the basis. Oh yeah, one thing is, this thing's gone up to about 310 volts and not blown up the Nixie tube with the variable resistor in place. However, without it, it didn't even have to get to 200 volts before sparks started flying and it damaged one of the digits, 9. That was rather annoying, so be very careful there. This can either be the tens or minutes or oh god bloody hell, what the hell's happened? I've forgotten everything I know. Oh bloody hell. That's the trouble when you try to think. You tend to just forget it and then you just, oh shit. It's quite amusing when the tutors do that in college. The hours digit, the tens on the hours digit, so, and the tens on the minutes digit. I'm not doing seconds in this clock. Don't have enough Nixie tubes. I could buy some more, but yeah. I might even buy a ready assembled clock just for the fun of it too. There's a nice little small one for 30 quid on eBay. Anyway, we've been going long enough and bored you to death probably. So, if you enjoyed my video, feel free to rate, check out the channel. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, you'll decide whether you like it, or you'll decide whether you think it's great, okay, or a load of crap that you'll never watch again. It's all up to you. Either way, paste down your comments and hit the likes or dislikes button so I know whether it's worth doing more like this. And hopefully I've helped teach you something. Although I can't teach you anything about these yet. Also, word of warning for, well, let's face it, the absolute complete morons out there. These produce that. that is dangerous. So, unless you know what you're doing, don't play with these. Do your research first. That's my disclaimer. Should have probably been at the beginning, but political correctness, bullshit. Health and safety, depends, but a lot of it is bullshit. This kind of health and safety, important. The health and safety that prevents you getting it, bullshit. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed that, although it's debatable. There's so many tastes out there. And night night, because it is 10:12 in the United Kingdom. Ow. Anyway, I won't say see you later, but I hope to see your visit later. So, I hope I can teach you some things, just like others have taught me. Anyway, night night and have a bloody swell evening, because that's when most of you watch this.